Hey, welcome back to Fearmonium. We're about to go kick some depression's buttocks, apparently. Depression can block happy memories and prevent them from affecting the human mind. This happened with Max's memory of his long journey home. Max came face to face with the object of his new phobia, but instead of pain and suffering, he was rewarded with support and care. For some reason, the image of a clown still remained in his consciousness and did not even lose its former strength. Max's main fear, which he tried to hide as deeply as possible, is closely intertwined with the main fear of a person, the fear of death. Being both a personal objective fear and a fear of death that is common to all people, he gained incredible strength, but for inexplicable reasons, he was defeated. Thought I may as well stroll through this, right? Max's fear of beautiful women was influenced by his inability to form happy relationships. His perception of beautiful women as inaccessible, reminding Max of his feelings of worthlessness, also played a role. Max had great importance to music in his life. Attending a concert of his favorite musician was one of his most positive memories. But the ability to distort memories is one of the features of neurosis, and now Max strongly associates this concert with clowns. Loud noises. Thank you. Fear of forests. It also had a chance to take a leading role in the hierarchy of Max's neurosis. And faced deeply within his mind, it was unable to provide adequate resistance to Coulrophobia. Another way to protect yourself from neurosis is to soothe yourself with fantasies. Max tried to imagine that he existed in a different world. In this fairy tale world, there are no clowns, no neurosis, and Max can play any role that comes to mind. For an successful attempt to resist, fantasy became a strong association with clowns and only made the developing neurosis stronger. The objective fear of Max was formed under the pressure of school bullies. A real phobia should be stronger than objective fears. Thus, Max will always prefer meeting aggressive high school students over meeting a clown. One of Max's objective fears, allowing herself to shout at children and humiliate them, such as talentless and uncommon representative school teachers, instills dozens of neuroses in children. Max's favorite teacher was sent into the unconscious. Even such a monster did not turn out to be stronger than a new phobia. This ailment is nothing more than the fear of being yourself. In order for Max to embrace his phobias and not try to hide them, this creature was sent into the unconsciousness. Thus Max would always openly panic at the sight of a clown instead of being shy and pretending that everything is fine. Faced with neurosis, Max tried to defend himself with regression. Retreating into his childhood was symbolized by a teddy bear called Vog. His attempt to defend against reality by pretending to be a child failed. The images of old toys were not as strong as the image of a new phobia. The fear of dolls. I thought it was feet. His neurosis had every chance of becoming something serious, but at a very vulnerable moment, Max specifically met a clown at the fair. The clown had a great effect on Max, and pediophobia only flashed once in his nightmare, after which it went forever into the unconsciousness. Alright. Let's go. Hey, you. Oops. Anything new? No? Okay. Point of no return. Ooh. And she is strong. Does she do contact damage? Probably not, right? bubbles. And I'm doing the non-transparent ones. Seems like I'm spending more time getting rid of those than anything else. Would the gift boxes be better? Also, are my items in check? They are. So I'm still missing 2 items, which is weird. There's a smiley face on the screen, I don't know why. That just happened to be the thing that I just spotted, but... So did I miss any hidden fears then? Helps when you hit the enemy. Man, the missiles really are doing good work for us here. Be safe. I can't even look at the health she has left. Oh, we're almost done. There you go. Sorry, I just need to beat the snot out of you. Bella isn't ready yet. There we go. Achievement unlocked. This is the end. Goodbye, depression. Oh, baby depression. How could this happen? Look what you did to me. Where is my elegance? Where is my strength? Where is my power over Max? I don't even know how to walk now. How could you? Well, you still are fluent in speech. So what are we then in all of this? Hope? That would be like a cop-out, wouldn't it? Like, hey, you're a representation of hope. Wow. Phobia can't beat depression, just can't. But you know I'm not a phobia. We were best... Yeah, we were. We have to play nicely together and drive Max crazy. We have no other choice. I helped you, but you came here to my source of strength, hitting me with a mallet. Bully, you even won. You only could have beaten me if you stopped being phobia. Stopped being neurosis. Wait, what if? So we were a phobia at the beginning, but then... Did we stop being a phobia when the happy memory was released? Did you find that memory I hid from you? I was his depression. I had the power to stop Max from remembering happy times. That was my job. Who told you to ruin my fun? Was that jealous little fly antidepressants? Max only took a few pills. I thought I had no reason to worry about her. She helped you. You found that memory. I need a better hiding place. Now he remembers his happy chat with a clown, right? This ruined everything we did. Max didn't have to remember this, but now he does, thanks to you. Now Max doesn't think clowns are mean and scary. So there's nothing really wrong with his life anymore, right? Except, you know... Well... I don't know, I guess we'll see. No. Max thinks clowns are kind, helpful, understanding, and all the other nasty things that poison me. All the nasty things that stop him from crying. Clowns now provide Max with dopamine, hormone of joy. Oh good, we're joy now or something. This is how you beat me your dopamine now. It's not a hope, but... Max would be crazier now than we ever could have made him. Who in their right mind likes clowns? Hey, I still have a giant mallet, okay? Oh well, that's alright. I might be small and weak now, but I will grow more again one day. We're looking forward to it. Max still has to go to university, find a job, spend his days in the office, worry about paying bills. I will get my control back of his mind and actions. I will choose another neurosis as my ally. Yeah, maybe you go with fear of feet. Wow. First time she speaks and it's already an insult. Jeez. Alright, so the mother is back. They found the place. That's it, Mum. This is the last box. I've got no idea how we're going to be comfortable in such a small apartment with so much stuff. You know, since stepfather was forbidden from coming near us, thanks to the court, I'd feel comfortable anywhere now. Okay, so restraining order. Seems like a great apartment, Mom. Max was ashamed of everything that happened. I let you go to your grandfather's to keep you safe, but in the end it didn't help. Well, temporarily it did. So let the face is evil, the evil that I let into our life. Why did you stick with him? It turned out to be much braver than me, Max. We got out. Wasn't brave, I just, let's say I followed some good advice. Miss you so much, but I know you have to run. I'll have time to chat more. Wait, don't tell me he moved to the city where his girlfriend went to, right? Because that's just gonna be stupid. Bye, Mom, I'll be back tonight. Over the last few weeks, I've learned one seemingly obvious thing. You have to fight for your happiness. Even if the battle seemed unfair, you can't just avoid it. Was it fair that Alice left, that Grandpa died, that Lucas bullied me, or that I spend every second at home dreading my next round with stepfather? Of course not. I didn't choose that, but I always had another choice. Accept the injustice and give up, sink into sorrow, or stand up and join the battle. Happiness is not something that comes to us by default. Problems cease to be problems when you start solving them. Lucas thinks I'm insane now and will never dare to approach me again. Grandpa might have left this world, but he'll never leave my life. His love, care, and stories will always be in my memory. His departure is undoubtedly unfair, but I shouldn't stay bitterly blaming the evilness of fate for my pain and sadness. Some things are out of my control, but how I deal with them is completely on me. It's my responsibility to deal with his grief, accept it, and move on. Grandpa would want that. Survived 2 awful weeks in the orphanage while the judges dealt with that evil man. And my mother was finding us a more affordable home. I will help her. I've already found somewhere I can earn a bit of money after school. Someone is going to show me the ropes. I've barely spoken before, but I'm sure we'll get along great. She's a good person. He's gonna become a clown. Dallas. Well, our city is so far away, and there's an invention called trains that can bring us together again. 5 hours one way, 5 hours the other. If we get to spend 6 whole hours together, I'll have time for sleep. I already appreciate every minute I spent with Alice before, and now when I'm sat on a train for hours looking forward to seeing her, these moments will become absolutely invaluable. I found someone else. Hello, Lady Depression. Hey, I brought you a balloon. It's colorful and cool. I guess not. I will always keep fighting. With any problems, any difficulties, I will never give up again. I will fight to be happy no matter what. So did we get a statistic screen on how we did? I'm kind of curious about that. Aw, kitty. Someone did a whole lot. It's only fair to let the credits roll, right? Alright. Libitina. So yeah, I enjoyed it, although there were quite a few aggravating moments, especially with the contact damage, the sometimes crazy knockback, and sometimes really short, or what seemed to be a really short attack range. It's safe to say this would have been a whole lot more difficult if it weren't for, at the very least, the umbrella. That thing changed things around a ton. Well, Fearmonium was a 3-year-long road, and I would not have passed through without the support of my family, friends, and acquaintances. But there's someone without whom this path would be meaningless to you, the player. Thanks for interested in this game. It makes sense to create new worlds in which I lived during the entire development period. It makes sense to create characters whom I love with all my heart, and with whom it's so painful for me to part. It makes sense to dedicate my life to the work I love so much, making games. Thank you for entering the world of Fearmonium and getting this far. See you in the next game, Worlds. So not sure if this is his second game. I know he made Catmaze, which I've also played. Again, link to that playlist in the video description. And I was told about this one. Actually gifted it by Bamouth. So thanks for the gift. It was a fun game. I promised I'd play through it, and I did. So cool. So, do we get put just before the final battle then? And what happens next? Oh, there's our... What's the face thing? The bottom right. So I missed an HP upgrade. I missed 1.1% of the map. Which I'm assuming is just a combination of all the secrets where the masks are. I don't think there was anything on the map that I've missed. Want to save the game? Loading this will take you back to the moment before the Battle of Lady Depression. Yep. Let me just have one more quick glance at the map screen. Because I don't think I've missed anything. I don't think I missed anything. Well, I mean, game is pretty clear on... Yes, you dummy, you did, but... But what? I don't see any rooms I didn't go into, and I'm assuming that's what they're talking about as far as map completion goes. Unless there's like stuff on the map that's just like, hey, it doesn't show that there's a way through there, but ta-da, there is. If there's anything here, I'm not seeing it. Anyway, that is going to do it for Fearmonium then. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the series. I enjoyed making it, even if it didn't always sound like that. I'll see you guys on whatever game it is that I play next. Bye, everyone.